So good morning to all. So good morning to all. So in the previous lesson, the last session, so we have discussed about different wave analyzers for analysis of the signals in a given frequency range. The wave analyzers are used to analyze the frequency signals for the desired frequency range. So for that, so we are using two types of analyzers. One is a frequency selective analyzer, frequency selective wave analyzer, and second one is heterodyne wave analyzer. So and frequency wave analyzer is used to measure the frequency range of audio frequency range, whereas heterodyne wave analyzers are used to measure in the radio frequency range and megahertz range. And coming to today's session, so measurement of the harmonic distortion. So harmonic distortion analyzers. How we can measure the distortion? So what is the meaning of, first of all, distortion? So distortion means the alteration of original shape of the waveform. Alteration of original shape of the waveform. So whenever the sinusoidal signal is applied to an amplifier, so it produces some sinusoidal output. So when we apply a input signal to a transistor, so it generates output signal. So it is also in the same shape of the input waveform. So the main difference is C amplifier, which provides some gain. Okay, so the gain will be changes, but the shape should be same. It should be like that for ideal amplifier. So, but in practical case, it is not possible. So due to some non-linear elements present in the circuits, so the output is not same as replica of the input. We can say the output does not produce the same shape as the input. So there is some variations in the input. So that variation can be considered as a distortion. And we have to find out the total amount of the distortion which is occurred in a given circuit. So how much total distortion is occurred in a given circuit diagram or in a given signal. So that should be determined. So for that we can use the harmonic distortion analyzers. Harmonic distortion analyzers. So due to nonlinear characteristics of the active devices present, like transistor is a active device, due to the nonlinear characteristics, the output is not same as the input. So because of that, so we have to identify how much the output waveform is distorted from the input waveform. So for measurement of such variations, so that particular variation distortion, we can use the harmonic distortion analysis. Okay, suppose we have an input sinusoidal signal is applied. Actually, the output should be sinusoidal signal, and the input sinusoidal signal is having fundamental frequency and its harmonics. It has the sinusoidal signal is a combination of or any waveforms or periodic waveforms are combination of fundamental frequency is produced by fundamental frequency and its harmonic signals, harmonic components. So here the amplitude distorted sine wave is made up of few sine wave components. So for that fundamental frequency f of the input signal and the harmonics are integral multiples of the fundamental frequency. So that's why we have a given sinusoidal signal having a fundamental frequency signal and its harmonic signals, and the frequency of harmonic signals are multiples of the fundamental frequency. So here we have n into f. So n into f is nothing but the n is 2, 3, 4 like that continuation, and f is the fundamental frequency. So here we have second harmonic signal, third harmonic signal, fourth harmonic signal, like that we have continuation of the harmonic signals. So the frequency of the second harmonic signal is obtained by 2 into fundamental frequency, and similarly the fundamental the frequency of the third harmonic signal is obtained by 3 into f. So like that fourth harmonic signal is obtained by 4 into f. So like that we have a continuation. Okay, by combining this we can get the actual waveform. Okay, so if the distorted waveform here, the harmonic distortion can be quantitatively measured with the harmonic distortion analyzer. So here the overall distortion is occurred at the all the components. The distortion is caused in the harmonics, so which are measured by using the harmonic distortion analyzer. The distortion which is occurred in the harmonic signals of a waveform using harmonic distortion analyzer. So for that we have to have a equation that is total distortion, total harmonic distortion, or a factor. So it is given as square root of individual distortions. So suppose we have D2. So D2 is the distortion by the second harmonic signal, and D3 is distortion of the third harmonic signal, and D4 is distortion of the fourth harmonic signal. Like that, the square of the individual square of individual distortions and summation of these individual distortions, and this square root under the square root of sum of the square of individual distortions of the harmonic signals is gives the total harmonic distortion. Total harmonic distortion. So distortion analyzers are gives the distortion of the overall distortion present in the waveform, not gives the individual distortion of the individual frequency component. It provides the information. It provides the information, the distortion of the overall waveform, not a single waveform distortion. Okay, single harmonic distortion. It provides the total harmonic distortion. Okay, so how we can find out the total distortion? So here in a given sine wave, distorted sine wave, we have fundamental frequency and harmonic signals, harmonic components. So in this combination, so we have to find out the distortion caused by the harmonic frequency component only. So distortion caused by only harmonic components. So we don't want the fundamental frequency component. So in such situation, the main thing is, so we have to suppress the fundamental frequency component. So for a given input having both fundamental frequency and a harmonic signal components, from that given input signal or test signal, so we have to suppress the fundamental frequency and allow the another frequency components to measure the to measure in the meter. Okay, so the basic concept is suppression of the fundamental frequency. Okay, So the harmonic distortion analyzer measures the total harmonic power present in the test wave. So total harmonic power are present in the test wave, and rather than distortion caused by each component. So it does not measure the distortion caused by individual component. It measures the overall distortion caused by the waveform, test wave. Okay, so this is done by a simplest method is suppress or block the fundamental frequency. So first step is we have to suppress or block the fundamental frequency. So we don't need to measure the fundamental frequency. So distortion is occurs at the harmonic components. Okay, so total harmonic distortion is caused by the distortion of the harmonic components. So for that situation, we have to suppress the fundamental frequency and allow the remaining harmonic components to reach the meter. Suppress the fundamental frequency and allow the all other harmonic components to reach the meter. So this is the procedure to measure the total harmonic distortion using harmonic distortion analyzers, and simply you can call it as a distortion analyzer also. So this total harmonic distortion analyzer is also called as distortion analyzer. Distortion analyzer. So it can be done by the four methods we have. So first one is using the high pass filters. And second one is resonance bridge network, and third one is Wien's bridge network, and the fourth one is bridged T network method. First one is high pass filter, second one is resonance bridge network, Wien's bridge network, and bridged T network. So considering these four methods, so we can measure the total harmonic distortion caused by distortion of the waveform. So the first one, coming to first one, so that is so using the high pass filters. So here we have three sections of the blocks. This block diagram represents. So the first one is test signal input containing fundamental and harmonic signals. So the test signal whose total harmonic distortion is to be determined is applied to the high pass filter. So that test signal is consists of fundamental as well as harmonic signal components. It consists of both fundamental and harmonic components. Okay, frequency components. So actually it is a distorted waveform. Okay, and when it is sent to high pass filter, so this high pass filter is allows only high frequency signals, and it allows only high pass filter is used to allow the high frequency signals and blocks the low frequency signals. So for our test signal we have the we will choose the cutoff frequency. Which blocks the fundamental frequency and allows the all other frequencies, that is harmonic frequencies. So in such a way that we have to choose the cutoff frequency of the high pass filter such that it blocks the fundamental frequency and allows the all other frequency components. All other frequency components is nothing but the harmonic components. Okay. So and those allowed or passed harmonic components are measured by using some meter. So here this meter will be used to measure the overall value of the distortion which is caused in the harmonic components. Okay, this is the one method using high pass filter. So generally, suppose we have a a sine wave like this. Okay, assume this is sine wave. Okay, so this is the frequency of f, and harmonics are having a frequency of, and assume that this is the frequency of 1000 hertz or 1k. Okay, and harmonic components are having the second harmonic component are having a 2 into f, 2 into f fundamental frequency, that gives 2k, that is 2k hertz of the frequency. So like that, for the third harmonic, it is having 3k. So the frequency is increasing. Here, the frequency is increasing. It means time period is decreasing. This is assume that second harmonic, and that is the frequency of 2k, and third harmonic, and it is a frequency of 3k. It means, so frequency is increasing means time period is decreasing. Okay, time period is decreasing. So it is producing very time is very less, time period is very less when compared to fundamental frequency. So the frequency is increasing, whereas high pass filter, so high pass filter will allows only high frequency signals. This is the pass band, and this is the stop band. All of you know this very well, and this is the frequency f. Okay. So the pass band which allows the frequency signals which are above this particular point. This one is called as cutoff frequency. Cutoff frequency point. So this cutoff frequency of the high pass filter, above this it allows the all other frequency components and stops the below frequency components. Okay, suppose we have choose a cutoff frequency of the high pass filter in such a way that it allows all the frequency component, all the harmonic distorted frequency components, and stops the fundamental frequency. So fundamental frequency. So we choose a cutoff frequency which is just more than the fundamental frequency. We will choose a cutoff frequency of the high pass filter in such a way that it cuts off or it blocks the fundamental frequency component and allows all other frequency components, because the second harmonic is fundamental of the fundamental frequency, multiples of the fundamental frequencies. That's why the all are having higher than the 1k. So that's why all harmonic frequency components will be allowed to pass after the cutoff frequency. So those frequency components values will be measured in the meter. Okay, and that value will represents the total harmonic distortion value, distortion of the frequency components, harmonic frequency components. Okay, so in this way we can explain the by using high pass filter. So the main concept is suppressing of the fundamental frequency. So we don't want the fundamental frequency. Okay, so we need the distortions which is occurred in harmonic signal frequency. Okay, harmonic components or frequency signals. Okay. The first method is we have to suppress fundamental frequencies. To suppress the fundamental frequency, we are using the high pass filter. So high pass filter will you can choose the cutoff frequency in such a way that it will blocks the fundamental frequency and allows the all other harmonic frequency components. Okay, and the next one, the next type of the method which are used to measure the total harmonic distortion is resonance bridge network. Resonance bridge network. So with this using this resonance bridge network, we have to balance the bridge. Okay. So here we can have L and C. Here we have the components L and C. These two components by using this L and C, so we can tune this L and C inductor or capacitor. So these two components will be used to tune the fundamental frequency. Okay, so when the fundamental frequency is these two L and C components are tuned to the fundamental frequency component. So at that time, the meter will indicate zero value. Okay. Due to the second harmonics and third harmonics frequencies for the harmonic signals, in such situation, the bridge is unbalanced. The bridge is unbalanced. So when the bridge is balanced, so that is nothing but bridge is balanced is nothing but we are tune the values of L and C by using these two L and C. So we can tune the to the fundamental frequency. So we can tune this using these two components. We will to reach the bridge balance. So when the applied test signal having fundamental frequency and harmonic components, so we will make the resonance of these two circuits and which will match the fundamental frequency. So at that moment the bridge is balanced and it is showing us 0. Okay, balance the condition. Okay, so now due to the after that the bridge is unbalanced. So due to having a harmonic components. Okay, so here we have two types. So one is fixed and another one is variable type. Fixed frequency and variable frequency. If the fundamental frequency is changed, the bridge must be balanced again. Suppose this signal is first the signal is applied and the bridge is balanced by tuning of any one of these one L and C. Okay, L and C. So bridge is balanced. Okay, and after that the bridge is unbalanced due to the harmonic signals which are present in the test signal, and that variation of the test signal, the value will indicates the total harmonic distortion value. Okay, suppose again I want to measure the another signal whose fundamental frequency is different from previous one. Again, in such situation, we have to tune the L and C values to the changed resonance frequency, changed fundamental frequency signal. So like this, we have two types of. So here we have we can change the we can tune the values of L and C in such a way that the bridge is balanced for the fundamental frequency. After that, once the bridge is balanced, so due to the harmonic components, the bridge is unbalances. So from the balancing stage to how much from the balancing stage to how much value of how much value of harmonic components it will change it once the bridge is balanced. Okay, so due to the harmonic distortion components, again the bridge is unbalances. That unbalanced component from the from balanced position to distorted position, it indicates the distortion, total harmonic distortion of the input signal. Generally, these meters are used as thermocouple. These are thermocouple meters. So which will indicates the RMS value of the harmonics. So it will reads the RMS value of the applied input signal. So that that harmonics value will represents the total harmonic distortion which is present in the test signal. Okay. Suppose we have to adjust the fundamental frequency continuously. Suppose in such a situation, so we are applied a test signal and whose fundamental frequency is changing continuously. So in such situation, we have to adjust for every time for the changing fundamental frequency. So in such situation, this resonance bridge network is not suitable. So in such situation, we have to go to the Wien's bridge method. In such situation, we will go for the Wien's bridge network method. This is Wien's bridge method. So in this case, we have here this is the network. So here we have this is the Wien bridge network. So it is a combination of R1 C1 and R2 C2. So this combination we can call it as a Wien bridge combination. So here in this case, C1 is equals to C2. C1 is equals to C2 and R1 is equals to R2 and R3 is equals to 2R4. So like this, we can choose for the fundamental frequency balancing, for balance of the fundamental frequency. So in this case also we have to balancing. So like so whenever we will tune these particular components, so these components will be suppresses the fundamental frequency. So the fundamental energy is dissipated by the bridge circuit elements. So these circuit elements will be dissipates. So the whatever may be the applied fundamental frequency signal, so that signal will be dissipates into these components. So in such situation, so the bridge is balanced. Okay, the bridge is balanced. So when that bridge is balanced means the C1 is equals to C2 and R1 is equals to R2 and R3 is considered as 2R4. So in such situation the bridge is balances, and in such situation we will get the we will suppress the fundamental frequency. We will suppress the fundamental frequency component. Okay, and the remaining frequency components will sense to the meter. So here we will apply the input test signal, so which is having a fundamental frequency component and distorted harmonic components. Okay, and those signals will be sent to the Wien bridge network combination. So by applying the fundamental frequency and the distorted harmonic frequency components, so the fundamental power, the power of the fundamental signal will be suppresses by this Wien bridge arrangement. So by using this Wien bridge arrangement, the bridge is balances here. Okay, and the power which is sent to this network will be dissipates. The fundamental power will be dissipates when the R1 and the R2 are equal, C1 and C2 are equals, and remaining components will be allowed to as an output. So harmonic distortion output will be allowed, and this harmonic distortion output will be sent to a meter, so which the meter will reach the RMS value of the total harmonic distortion output. The output which is this output terminals of this bridge type network is connected to a meter. So in the meter, it will the total harmonic components, the value will be read in the form of RMS value. So that will shows the total harmonic distortion. Okay. So this is a Wien's bridge type of the harmonic distortion analyzer. So the main thing is the applied fundamental frequency signal is dissipated by using this R1 and C1, R2 and C2. These components will be consumes the total applied fundamental frequency power. So they applied in such a way that we have to tune the capacitors. So we have to simply by placing these capacitors, and it does not suppress the fundamental frequency. We have to change the values C1 and C2. So when the C1, C2 here are the tunable capacitors, R1 and R2 are or we can take R1 is equals to R2 and R3 is equals to R2. So by considering these combination, okay, and R1 and R2 are equal values, and C1 and C2 should be adjusted. We have to tune in such a way that the bridge is balances. In such situation, the fundamental frequency component, the fundamental frequency will be dissipates with this network, and we will get the output, and those output will be is a remaining harmonic components. Those are second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic components. So those harmonic components are this output is connected to meter, and that meter will be measures or reads the actual total harmonic distortion component in terms of the RMS value. So as seen in the previous slide, so that the meters can be constructed by using thermocouple type. Okay. and it will based upon the square law. The methods which are based upon the square law. So we'll conclude today's session. So we are seeing about the total harmonic distortion. What is the harmonics distortion? So what is the frequency components present in a given sine waveform, and so how the distortion is occurs. So distortion is occurs due to the active components or nonlinear components present in the given circuit. So that's why the output is not same as replica of the input. That's why there is a distortion occurs